question again?
How do you go? How did you just set up? How did you set up to go specifically to like H Town or ZC or Tank City, like to
So
travel to those locations?
those are all like noted as specific locations using the note command through denizens. So every denizen command starts with /ex. Go /ex space TP, and then I think you have to put in. Hold on, let's see. Teleport? Yeah, teleport, and then it'll give you a list of places that I've noted.
So you don't
/ex
put
space
TP,
TP.
you put teleport,
Yeah.
and then H Town
Yeah.
or High Garden.
Or biggest cave in
Oh,
Azyros is one. I don't
no
think.
way!
Yeah, I don't think it's the actual biggest cave in Azyros, but it's fucking epic.
Wow,
Yeah, and this isn't even like the biggest chamber in here. Like it keeps going for a while. There's a geode. I love this
so you
geode.
go EX via Denizens, teleport, and then the location like H Town. Okay.
Yeah.
How
Bullet
many
time.
places are saved right now?
There's like 30, but some of them are just noted because they're locations that I use for a script. Like there's this script that I have that like, um, I forget why. Oh yeah. There's a place that I have noted because I used it to like dynamically modify player heads and like use that to like do something else in a different script. And so it just whenever I want to uh, get the player head that I want, it like modifies the player head at that location, and then it reproduces it. I forget why, but it's a noted location that I use in the script.
Copy. How many places right now have display text when you arrive at them?
Zero City. I think Boltor might be one. I'm not sure. Not many.
We
That's all.
should.
Those
I'll
are all
put a
just
note down.
regions.
Yeah, we'll put a note down for doing a sesh of going to locations via the teleport command
Yeah, I have
and
my
then doing
Windows
that.
library of chords, so we can do that.
Yep, yep, yep. Put down the notes.
Have you been to Boltor?
I believe so.
I have one of the NPCs
Um,
set up that looks like all the original LSD members.
oh wow,
Yeah, there's a missing spot.
that's so cool. I did not see. I've seen everything but that. I've seen all of this,
Yeah.
but not the
Oh.
Hall of. Is that because it's the mirrors? No, it's not
Yeah,
mirrors.
no, they just have the skins. I had to go looking
Yeah.
for the original skins that we used, but yeah, these are the original skins. Yeah.
Oh, it's
And
so
then we have
cool.
the Eternal Flame.
Wow.
LSD.
That texture pack you sent me, did you have you used that before?
No, never. I just saw a crazy video of it, and I went looking around the comments. Seems like that's what was being used.
Okay, see, it looks great even without Opti.
Yeah, I don't have Optifine. I've never
Yeah,
really used it.
what about for shade? You never use it for shaders?
Maybe back in the day. It looks good. It looks great, honestly, but I just have never.
Shader free.
Yeah. Me and like a couple other people in the realm I know definitely don't use shaders just because we like the vanilla look. Although I'm not opposed to it. It's a pain every time the game updates, and I always forget to do it. You know.
Of course.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good. What else do we have to talk about?
Um, yeah, I think it's doing the annoying day work decisions, which can always be changed, of creating the final foundation, Discord, Patreon, and then after that, whether we do it today or just next time we meet, back to builds.
Should we do a Patreon update? And what's that going to look like?
Um, I have a video on Streamable. I'll send over to you. It's it's like just a little clip of these sessions with like streaming on
Oh,
Sundays.
that's awesome.
Yeah, so something easy like that, and then a little bio that says the same thing that we're doing for the announcement, essentially there, and then giving Patreon that option of seeing the BTS.
That's
Who's gonna
that's
everyone
really good
on?
to hear. Thank you for preparing that.
Oh yeah, you're welcome. I'm stoked to put it out because once again, once we do that, then the
Yeah.
invitation, the call to action, the ability for everybody else is there, and they can mute it, but just seeing that it's active and
Yeah.
people are doing stuff, and it's a whole different angle of the game. I think we're gonna feel happy about that.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that should be the first thing we put out. So if we could even drop that like tomorrow, in the
Yeah,
Patreon, and then follow that up with a an announcement in Discord the next day or 2 days later. I think that would be
yeah.
the ideal load order.
Okay, so I can share my screen.
Word. I am opening it now.
Let me look here.
That's so beautiful.
What'd you say?
I just opened up your camera.
Bonjour. It's your boy. All right, let's see.
If it's easier, you could just send it to me or
Yeah, I
drop
was
it
gonna
in
put it
Pushing
in the.
Daisies.
I was gonna put it in the Dreamable and then send you the link.
Excellent. Most excellent.
And you seen the YouTube page?
Not recently, not since we made it.
Okay, well maybe we check that out too. Cause I just uploaded. Yeah, let's check that out.
Okay.
Azyros.World. And then
Oh, tight. I looked up Azyros just on YouTube, thinking that all I would get is that specific Warhammer model, but we're fourth on the results. That's not bad.
really,
Yeah.
that's great. Oh, here, let me actually share my screen because it's gonna be quicker.
Was this a 3 hour
Uh,
video?
which one? The one I'm sending
Tonight.
you?
This is the whole meeting. It seems like. Wow, we look so cool. I'm sparking a joint. That's so funny. Yeah, this is huge vibes.
Problem I forgot that I'm on two different computers.
No worries.
Wait, what's 3 hours?
The meeting that you uploaded.
Um,
There's a 3 hour meeting called Azyros.World, Tellers Academy, the Villager Experience.
oh yeah, that's the first one. Yeah,
Yeah, it's got the orb in it.
yeah, that's just the raw. That's the straight raw, no clips. Because right now we haven't gotten the foundation yet to get the clips. But I think what you did a second ago is you had me re-ask a question so you could start the recording.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now we're starting to know to find the clips to make into clips. So no one has to watch the 3 hours. They can either find the chapters or we make the segmented clips so they can just like see that.
Yeah, definitely. Either one works.
Because I would like to see the raw because it's funny and cool to watch us chat. Um, but maybe not everybody would want to watch all of that. To wait here, just like can you see like here?
Streamable is still processing the video.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna do this. I think. Can you see me?
Yeah.
Okay, so this was like one of them.
Yeah, I forgot to use the template today.
Okay, I have the template. So this is how one of the like, once again, just be this video on the Patreon with info. And there's this as an example for one of the things that could be used as the short video or one of these, which are just like, might be cute as a
Very
style
cool.
to put on.
So well
Um,
done too. Yeah, that's like easily like a waiting for stream to start screen.
yep, exactly. Well, yeah, exactly. That background's now a part of like the Azyrian teller style. So like these are the options we can use for the Patreon. Another one, just clean,
Very
simple.
nice.
Oh yeah, then this one. Oh yeah, then here's the last one where I was just doing teller type stuff um, with this on top. You can see stuff you never seen before. You're like, ooh, what's that? I like that.
Yeah, I think I need those again because I've lost them or I've altered them. My OG OBS is not like well organized.
Copy. Yeah, I guess one. Okay, that's another cool thing. In one of these weeks, we'll do like we'll make like a pack, the stream pack, because it's just a few fonts, and a few like PNGs. Yeah, this is cool. I like this one. Which one do you think's the best for the Patreon?
Oh, for the Patreon, run through them again.
So there's this one, which is the top overlay, which will be on a lot of examples I'm going to show you. And this one is essentially doing, tellery stuff, while list. This is on top. So one option. Second option is it clean on the background.
No,
Okay. Third option is this, but
decent.
we already used this look, so we shouldn't do that. I don't think.
We're gonna
Meaning when we
use
go
it.
to the page, so if we open the Patreon real quick and go to the last posts, we'll see that the last post that we did, which is the change log,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it has that same background.
Well, I don't think it's bad to allude to previous posts, especially because that's like that uh is specifically a portal outside of Azyros. So like lore wise, it makes sense.
Okay, totally.
But run.
So
Should I
here's
run it through? Nah.
so here's another
No.
one, another one,
Interesting. No.
another one.
The B though. No. That's just like a stream.
Uh, and then there's that one of us talking, with it on top. This one. This is the last one. And it's just like going through different windows.
I think.
So the
I think. Um. I think if we grabbed a clip and then did a quick fade in into the one of these, that would work well. If we grabbed a clip from the actual stream that's up on the YouTube right now, as like a quick
Hmm.
example, and then you know, you cut to, I think it was either the B one or just the one with the signpost and the portal background. Either one of those would work. Yeah, that one's pretty good. Yeah, yeah, that one.
All right, so this one, and then we'll do an edit where it does a stream look like this, like we're doing now, and then have it fade in and out with that intro.
Yeah, not in and out, but just like maybe a 5 to 10 second clip, so that you can get an idea of what that stream would look like, and then fade to just that title card where it says streaming Sundays 6 p.m. EST. You know, or we could start
Okay.
doing Sundays at 11:30 EST or noon EST. You know, just for simplicity's sake.
Okay, so here's a clip right here. Maybe. All right, so I will work on that. That will be something that I'll start doing right now. So I'll hold my phone. All right, so I'll put this back here. YOLO.
Yo,
So let me write down those notes. So that is a new edit mixing together stream footage, um, and like title card.
yeah, just a quick simple something to drop in the Patreon along with like a more detailed text post, and I'll write up the text post
Yep.
so we have something to
And
drop.
then, yep. And then,
And then, do we just want to drop the same announcement in the announcement channel, or do we want there to be some variation between the two?
I think it's more about we'll do one with all of the energy, and then we'll modify the second one. Whether we add a couple sentences or take a few away, we'll just modify it.
All right, yeah, fair.
Because anyone who pays for it, whether they play the game or not, get BTS because they get to be a part of that.
Yeah,
Um, but in the game,
yeah.
everybody
Anybody?
does too.
That's a good point. I think it's a valid concern to raise right now. Actually, to be like maybe we straight up give the badge for people who are interested to everybody who's in the Patreon right now. That's like a thought that I had, but you know,
Write
whether or
it
not you
down.
want to be a part of that experience is still a valid question, even if they're paying. Still, you know, I think I think most people would.
Yeah, let's think about that.
Yeah, like could we give the
I feel
apprentice
like,
role to all
yeah,
those people?
I feel like we just whatever day we pick, whether it's today, tomorrow, or the day after, we have a hard line, and we're not line people, but we just create a hard line, which is there's this only time you ever get this badge, whatever this badge is,
Mm-hmm.
H1, whatever, and then nobody ever gets it again. And the Patreon badge is a different badge, um, and that's like gives something else as well
Gotcha.
or
Yeah, I
something,
think
but
that
keeping them separate.
just a Patreon role I think is much more like it's much better sounding than if we gave them the apprentice role. You know, the role that goes to people who want to participate.
Yeah,
I think it's much more
yeah.
valid.
Yeah, so the hard line is just like from beginning to right now, whether you played a day or you played for, a huge amount, you get this one badge, which is one time only. Now you get to be an apprentice, get to see all of this if you want, because whether you like it or not, you're a dev of this game just because you participated in it. But moving forward, like this is something somebody has to work for to get into this,
Mm-hmm.
or you pay Patreon and then you pay for the privilege of being a part of these conversations, because you're given it once again you're given an investment into the game. You get to be a part of the development
Yeah, and you don't
process.
need to pay for it to be part
No,
of the development process.
no, but you do have to put in sweat equity, or what we're doing now in creating a magic program where you have to not you have to, but you get the opportunity to participate, in doing that. But here and there'll be new questions that come up. I don't want to deter us, but just if we can think about it, somebody that comes in, say in 3 months, and they start building just a little bit, but the thing they really want to do is show off their quest building and denizen skills, and that's what they're really into in their own world. And they go right to the Tellers Academy and go right into apprenticeship.
Yeah.
Like, how fast do they get the badge to get BTS and be a part of that? How much sweat equity do they have to put into the game via lore before they're allowed? I hate saying that word, but have the ability to build quests and create in the game in that way.
Yeah, it is a privilege, so it should be
It's a
viewed as
privilege.
such.
But if you're doing, I think how it's set up now and probably forever is that to be an apprentice, to be able to do something that with that much responsibility and privilege, you have a relationship with other apprentices or tellers, a personal one that shows whether through sweat equity in the game via programming, with that, like doing quests and showing off that you are playing the game a lot, or communicating with players in the game who are doing the work like us through Discord, through Patreon, or through playing the game.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we talked about it and also I think we're on the same page of if somebody just starts playing the game and wants to be making quests, they just we're gonna have to go through talking to us and having a personal experience and showing that they care, and they're not going to use this response. They're not going to use this privilege to hurt what everybody else's hard work is. You know what I mean? Because I think people will be worried about that. Like, what's saying that somebody won't go in there and just, fuck up everything?
Yeah, absolutely.
Use that quote unquote new admin magic to, hurt the past.
That would suck.
Okay, sorry, that was long-winded.
No, you're good. Did OGS
Patreon
oh,
badge.
okay, we're good. I keep saying OGS. Oh, beep. Alright, I'm uploading the first video right now, just so that it'll finish processing sometime soon. Alright, what else do we have on the docket?
So I have down Patreon wording, which is the paragraph
I'll write that up.
Is on Grimble. And then the new edit with the stream footage plus title card with the new time, that is 11:30 a.m. EST.
On Sunday.
Oh, here's another question. Should we just drop the time because that kind of like puts us in a box? Okay.
No, I think it's been working well for the past 2
weeks.
2 weeks. It gives people something to put in their schedules, or at least to have in the back of their mind as like, this is something a lot of people have a lot of free time, and to know concretely when that thing is going to be happening makes it just a simple yes or no for them. It doesn't make it a question of like, oh, can I make it? Is scheduling going to be a fucking nightmare? Because every time you try to schedule anything with anybody ever, it's probably the worst thing I've ever had to do. Which, and it can be moved around. 11:30 isn't, the be-all, end-all for what we're going to do and when we're going to do it for the rest of time, If there is a person who's passionate about it, we got to jump at that,
Exactly. Okay, cool. Same wave. Okay, I'm putting this here. All right, great. So Patreon, you're on wording, new edits on me. What should be our timeline for that? Today's Sunday. I know we have a busy life. This, once again, we could even say, as long as it's all up Saturday, then Sunday's stream, we can talk about, we don't have to worry about it anymore today because we know our homework.
Patreon tomorrow.
Okay, cool.
And then, drop the announcement in the Discord the day after.
Okay. Patreon tomorrow, Discord Tuesday.
Yep.
So, and Discord, I'll write that down here. Next one. Discord is in.
You could even drop Discord Wednesday because I like the idea of, not. I don't know that anybody ever checks Patreon. I certainly don't. But it could. I like the idea that somebody finds it in Patreon first and then sees it in Discord. Because everybody's always gonna see Discord before Patreon if we drop them at the same time.
It makes sense.
No particular reason though. It is what it is.
So that means okay. So how about we do, just because Monday is a bad day, to like release anything? How about we do Tuesday Patreon, Wednesday Discord. Patreon is a video post with a video that talks about exactly what it is. So if you only see that, you get what's going on here.
I say
And then
the
also,
video it should just be a snippet of like us doing our thing, engaging in the activity that they should be looking forward to, and then it
yeah,
cuts to the trailer. But the text itself is where we talk about exactly what it is.
yep,
How's
yep,
that?
yep. So
Okay.
you can visually see it, and then there's a one paragraph
Mm-hmm.
that talks about it, and then Wednesday, the next day, is the announcements update, which is a modified, if not the identical version that goes on Patreon with a couple words being different. Once again, letting people know. Okay, so announcement. The second thing is the OG badge, which is also
Yes.
talked about in the announcement, which is separate from the Patreon post. Is just talking about the OG, so getting the OG badge, and also talking about what it is.
Yep.
Um, Announcements is Tellers Academy plus what new badge means. OG giving the badge to everyone in it right now, and that once again, if somebody joins tomorrow, they do not get the OG badge. If somebody joined Discord the first day and hasn't been on since, they get the Discord. They get the OG badge.
Yeah. And I think we could mention the OG role in the announcement so that
Yep,
everybody gets a ping.
yep. That's yep. But not in the notes.
Um. We can make the channel because we gotta have a channel to be able to talk about teller things in. So that's something we have to do is we have to make the actual channel, and then I think we should give anybody with a Patreon role access to that channel.
So anyone with the OG.
Sees the announcement and can get into the can has the opportunity. Well, at least okay. Anybody with the OG channel, OG role gets pinged in the announcement. Then, if they attended the meeting and express interest, we can give them access to the channel where we're actively talking about things, which will be a substitute completely for the Godland, God Club as it currently stands.
Okay. So this is where we differ.
Okay.
Good. So, and the different point is, I feel and think that OG badge gives the same as a Patreon badge. Once again, the OG badge only exists now for these people. In the future, you either get a Patreon badge or you get a Teller's badge. And the
Uh huh.
Teller's badge shows you all this stuff, or the Patreon shows you all this stuff, or the rarest, the OG badge, shows you all this stuff. But
Well, it's not the rarest because as it stands, that's gonna be 81 people who get that badge.
in long term, when there's thousands that come through, it will be the rarest because you can't get it in the future. You can get a
Okay,
Tellers and you can get a Patreon, but you can never get an OG. You can only get it because you were here for a time
that's fair.
segment.
That's fair.
Like there will
Or
be
again,
many.
I also like the idea of differing it by chapter. Chapter one and chapter two. So OG one would be if you were there before the storm. OG two would be,
Oof,
yeah,
oof. But then that starts to get. Okay, that gets political only if it's not done perfectly. And by perfectly, I mean if there's no error there and
yeah.
there's actually a pure
Which I think
segment.
we can do, because there was a list of people and the order in which they joined, right?
You know what's happening right now, don't you?
What?
Right now, what's happening, I feel, is this. This is great because this is the perfect beating type stuff. What's happening right now is there's going to be 2 Patreon posts and no Discord update because we're going to do a Patreon post saying that we're having these meetings, and then we're going to have a Patreon post being like, vote. Should there be 2 OGs badges or only one? Because this is something that I think it'd be easier for us actually to talk to just one other person here with us with a totally different, just being like, I think it should just be like that. I'd be like,
Well, it's
okay,
important to
cool.
note that the OG badge, well, other than the actual announcement, isn't entirely necessary because as it stands, and I'm not saying that it shouldn't be done. I'm saying it should be done, but maybe when we have a little bit more additional input. I think that if we at everyone right now, if we just put it mention everybody in the announcement that we're doing, we're still mentioning all the OGs because
Yep,
everyone's an OG right now, right?
yep, yep.
Yeah,
Well, and also whether they're an OG 1 or an OG 2, they're still an OG.
yeah, of course, definitely.
Like that's only like a future hat. I mean, that's only like a hat color. Because once again, I still think just because they were a part of it, that means they must have been interested, or they must have had a friend who told them to do it. Like they just get this really cool like thank you for just being here because your energy and your number did help everybody else
Yeah, 100%.
build. So OG badge. Okay,
And
we're back
in
to
terms of making it work for ourselves, OG 1 and 2 is obviously the inferior decision.
only inferior, I think, because it will take longer and it's more
That's
questions
exactly
for
what I
answers.
yeah, that's exactly what I mean.
I know what those wheels are.
Yeah. Do have you put on the Heelys?
Yeah, they're not. They're
They hurt.
I'm. Yeah, I was gonna say they're not comfortable and
That's
it's not
why I
nearly as
said I
easy.
think you're gonna hate them.
Yeah, no, okay, I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because everything about them I love, but it's way harder than it looks. Um, which is interesting because I thought I was gonna be great at everything, and um, and they do in fact hurt,
Yeah, they
which is I didn't
absolutely
see
do.
coming at all.
Yeah,
I didn't see
I
that.
I put like work insoles in almost all of my shoes, and I put them in the Heelys, just because I can't go without them now. But yeah, I would recommend that if you can. But otherwise, it's just a nice shelf piece. Cause fuck it.
It's already that. That's that. My favorite part is that no matter what, well, it's just it's functional art, which is obviously some of my favorite stuff. Like it's supposed to not work, but it does,
Yeah, yeah,
which I think
exactly.
is
All right, so
incredible.
all right, zooming back in the announcements, Patreon post, Discord post, both are going to happen. There's no way we don't make a Discord post. But there's something else that I differ with you on, and that is the timing of the Patreon post. I don't think anybody checks Patreon daily. So a Monday post is effectively a Tuesday post, is effectively a Wednesday post, is effectively whenever the fuck they happen to check Patreon.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean,
It
I
might
just think God forbid they have notifications on, and Monday morning they see they're reminded that they pay for a Patreon, and they're fucking like, ugh, I want to fucking like this is,
Oh, that's
fuck this.
true. So you think it's a risk to even post anything on Patreon to remind them that they're paying money?
Dude, if you wake up on Monday and have like a strong feeling you want to text someone,
Do you get
don't.
notifications for Patreon?
Um,
I don't.
yeah,
Do you really?
I yeah,
Oh, cool.
Well, I hope the people that are a part of Patreon get them because the whole point of it is just like I know you're busy, but you're a producer. So if you want to be a part of this, you can just by your like or your comment because that's what you're paying for, even if you're just paying $5.
Yeah.
Um, but I think a lot of people are also just blind supporting, where they just want to support the cause, or maybe not. I'm not sure, but I do think if you are, the whole point of it is that you get to work without working.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're just by paying, you're being a part of the process. So
Yeah.
I hope they have notifications on, and I want to post as if they did, and also it's just good as a timepiece.
That's fair.
You know what I mean? Like it's just
Yeah, I
like
come
that was
from
good.
the opposite experience, not point of view, but experience. I like every couple months I'll be like, "Oh, there's an email notification that I got. Like I forgot." you know. And
Well,
so I'll check it, and I'm always down for Azyros, and obviously I'm in it 100%, and I have been for a long time. So I never mind the notifications, and I'm never gonna be like, oh fuck, I'm still paying for this, you know.
hmm
But so I see what you're saying though, where that could be a negative.
yeah,
So
I'm just thinking perspectives like the idea of you never buy a car on a Monday
then,
because the
is there a
person.
reason that we shouldn't just post them both at the same time?
Nope.
You want to
The
do
only
that
reason
instead?
I was thinking is just so it's smooth for us and no stress wise. But the information is just modifications of the same thing.
Yeah, and
You
I'm
know.
cool with writing version 1 and 2 at the same time. I don't care. So if you want to do
Okay.
both of those on a Tuesday or Wednesday, I'm cool with that.
Okay. So we'll figure out by the end of today's meeting or tomorrow whether we do it on Tuesday or Wednesday. But point is, let's do it both at the same
Okay.
time
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
just get them both out, and we'll have homework to do to prep for it.
I'm good with that.
Okay. So now the final question via doing it now or doing it on Tuesday is still the OG idea that they get a one-time only hat that's get well, okay, so the things that we differ on, we never figured it out yet. Like the differing is that whether they say, "Hey, I want to know more," or they don't, they get to see the new channel in all of its updates, which only tellers can see or Patreon can see after Tuesday.
Okay. Additional question. There
Mhm.
should already be stuff in there, I think.
Yep,
You know?
great thinking. Yep. So
Uh,
let's. Ooh, can we do that today? Can we make because no one's going to see it. Doesn't matter. Can we make the channel and one channel in it that is hidden that no one can see and start posting stuff?
Cool Knife will see it. That's the only person that will see it.
Well, they're the best person out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
I have
good.
no problem
Yeah,
with that. I just thought I would
I want
mention
them
it.
to see it. That's great. Yeah, they can see the behind the scenes. Like I can't wait for someone to accidentally like, oh, cool, I'm down to see God Club, and then see a year or years, I don't know, a couple whiles of all these different thought trains.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I wish we could just drop. Well, fuck. Damn it. We've had this conversation so many times. I hate to bring it up, but
Do it.
there's so much in Godland, and that should be the stuff that they see. They should be able to see that there's way, like, so much shit that we've put into this. They shouldn't just see a blank channel. So I'm voting right now that we should just make it an invitation to this Discord, and I don't want to clean anything up. I don't want to delete channels. I think
Well, but you know what I really want though.
what's up?
It to all start to migrate to one place, and that one place isn't separated by any walls. It's
Yeah.
just separated by badges. Like so, it's all I, yeah, yeah. I think the reason why we talk about it so much because it's so important. Because I agree. If people saw the God Club once again, me, a player,
Yeah.
a
Yeah. Same.
communicator, if I just got to a new channel and saw all this stuff, I would spend hours just going through all the BS because
Yeah,
it's
and
like, hey,
being like, hey, what happened to this idea? This idea is crazy.
it's going to spark so much because once again, it's a fresh pair of eyes on a whole bunch of old ideas to us that we just simply went quickly on. Um, but them going away from the traveler's den, which is huge because that's a part of the long term is keeping that. We don't we don't want, yeah, right,
What
like,
do you mean,
but
like
how do
getting rid
we
of the travelers? That'll never happen.
exactly, that'll never happen, and just building it bigger, I think, is only cooler because once again, say this: you as a new player in 3 months from now, when you want to play this game, there's magic involved. I love Dennis, and I did such a cool thing, and my friends think I want to be a part of it. They join. The Discord seems pretty fat, but once they join the Tellers Academy, say we migrated everything over. Once again, it's not possible. I know that we talked about this, but say we did. you'd see a lot of channels, but then once you got the tellers badge in the game and it migrated over to Discord, you see 1,000 more channels, and that'd be really cool just to see a channel, have so much more hidden inside of it.
Yeah, yeah. I definitely. I think that our, what we have right now is bombastic and sick. Sorry, I gotta check if the new cat has been hiding underneath my bed. I don't think he is. Uh, we got a new
Dun dun
cat,
dun dun.
but
Ooh, how new?
well, he's 9 years old, but we got him yesterday. Um,
What? What's their name?
I'll drop a picture. His name is Yoda. He was I think that was his name when they got him. But
Okay,
yes,
because the baby.
he's like 9 years old, so he's definitely not a baby, but he's very cool.
That's pretty baby. You're a baby for at least 2 weeks.
That's true. Yeah, he's got a funny face.
You're gonna love this.
Okay, so what is the debate here? What are our options and what are the arguments? Inviting people to God Club. I think because one concern is can people just invite people to this server without them achieving anything, and just being able to see everything from the get go. I think everybody should be able to see everything from the get go, but invites should be managed. Uh, no invites yet. So there are no active invite links. What if I made one? I'm fucking hungry. God damn.
You got the hunger.
So if I make an invite, I'm gonna copy that. Then I'm gonna go to server settings. Check out invites. So I made an invite, and that expires in 8 hours. Interesting. I'm not sure how to. Okay. Invite. Uh, okay, so a question that we need to ask ourselves is how to invite how do invites work and how do we manage them? Because we can't have everybody able to invite people to this Discord. Yeah, I don't know how. Oh, custom invite link.
Well,
Streamer mode enabled. Let me disable that. Okay. Custom invite link. Make your server easily accessible with a fancy custom invite link if you're chosen. I don't need that. Might have to look into this later.
well, I guess is the so we can't. Okay, so what? Okay, so what's the Teller Academy's presence on the Traveler's Den from an OG's perspective?
Uh, as in like what we're gonna do going forward, or the announcement
What
specifically.
what do they literally see when on their Discord for Traveler's Den? There's a new channel. It's called Traveler. It's called Teller's Academy, and there's two channels. I'm just asking you, what do they see? Is
Uh,
it two channels?
you can't see the message history. If unless you have, um, uh, yeah, that is an interesting question because I was thinking that you couldn't see the message history unless you had the Patreon role or the apprentice role. And you give out the apprentice role to people who attend the meeting. The meetings are held in public, though,
Mhm. Mhm.
and
Well, public to OGs and Patreons.
public to OGs and Patreons. OGs is everybody on the server right now.
Yeah, but I have a friend I'm purposely gonna have join who wants to join the Discord. I'm gonna have him join the day after we start this.
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna say, why don't I have OG? I'm gonna just tell him, well, that was because a certain time period where people, but and then see what he can see and what he can't see. What he should be able to see is that there's a Teller Academy, and there's channels, but he can't see anything in them. Um, and he can see in the announcements that there was a new thing being made for people with this. Maybe he can't see that. The point is, he can see that there's a Tellers Academy and stuff happening there, but he can't see it. Where OGs see a new channel, and I would think two channels inside, one being a weekly stream that pops up every week
I
whenever
think
we're doing
weekly streams
streams.
should be public to all OGs and all Patreons. Okay.
Yep, but not the person who joins the day after we start this.
Yes.
Okay, so and what the OGs and Patreon see is Traveler's Den and two things inside. One is a general voice, which is
Teller's
this, and we do
Academy
this
and two
every
things
week.
inside.
That's Teller's Academy, excuse me.
A
And
voice
then
channel and a text channel.
text channel and the
I think the text channel should have a pinned message with a link to the God Club Discord. Name pending. Name could be changed.
mm-hmm.
And then just general chatter for people interested in what we've got going on that haven't clicked the link yet. You know what I'm saying? So that's where they ask questions. If they ask questions about it in general, do we delete those messages? I think,
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's fine. And then we just, in the announcement, we have the hashtags that because hashtags are linked to channels specifically in Discord. So we'll have the hashtag Tellers Talk, which is the text channel, and we'll have a link to that at the end of the announcement. That's like, if you have any questions, talk about them in Tellers Talk, and keep them out of general. So it's just like a general discussion text channel, and if
Ooh,
you're
ooh, ooh.
mm,
Oh, I got it. Or I got something good.
okay,
Okay. Two channels. One, general voice.
yep,
With the name, that be the note it is. Second is a text channel, but it's locked, and it's just the links to the past streams, and then the info for it is, contact blank to know more, or join the stream. Just more info about the stream, but they can just watch the old streams and see clips of it just to because that's like the closest thing they can get to being in the God Club server. They'll see little
yeah. You gotta
clips
run through that one
of
more. I'm fading fast because I'm getting real fucking hungry. I'm sorry about that. Should have eaten before this. So run through that again.
okay, so it's the text channel is locked and there's only two pieces. There's the info, and in the info it tells you when the streams are happening, reminds you of that, and also gives you a blurb if you want to, know more. Join one of these meetings on these days or message this account, and then that's how they get into God Club.
Sure.
From there, and then the text of that, which is locked, because no one can write anything, is just clips and full streams from that week. So they can see a
Okay.
little clip with Denizen. So you know what I'm saying? So they can just go through that stuff, which is a micro God club, but they don't get access
Is there a
to
reason that you
the
don't
tel.
want them to be able to post in there, just so that the messages are more visible?
Um,
I think for the
because we don't
first
want.
week we should add an additional channel, and that channel is just questions.
Okay,
Yeah, you know,
that's good. That makes good sense.
just in
I'm
case
writing that
people
down.
have like a hard and fast question, they immediately will know where to post that. And that way the people that have questions but aren't really gung ho about jumping straight into it can have a little bit of a middle ground.
Okay, yeah, that's great. So just a Q and yeah, we can do a text based one just for general questions in case anybody asks, so everyone can see that. And then maybe in the future we turn that into a question answer like post. Once again, no one can because once again the goal here is for people to join the stream. They
Right,
can ask the questions live and then ask more questions when they see more stuff.
right.
But we don't want to give them too little information. But that's why I'm thinking if it's just the info with the time to meet us, and then also a whole bunch of clips and full streams, they can get the gist
Yeah, yeah.
of what's going
I
on.
would love to have clips ready to go. That would be great.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe we that's a part of the homework too is clipping. Not, taking that 3 hour edit and finding five you know
Yeah, and
ten
I
second
could be
clips.
down to do that as well. Go through it, play it in the background while I'm at work, and just if I hear something I like, grab it.
Market. Yep. Okay, go through edit and think 5 15-second clips. Okay. And then we should probably call it so we can eat and not melt.
Yeah.
That seems
Yeah,
like
me too. Let's go get
that
something to
seems
eat
like
after
a good.
this.
Yeah, for real. I mean, yeah, the VR chat hang plus like simultaneous pizza delivery is definitely a 2025 meme. Like Pizza Hut will deliver in 2 locations at once. VR chat.
Simultaneously.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm down.
I mean, not a bad idea. Okay, huge. So we got the homework. Do you want the last thing is to set up the next time we meet? We want to do stuff releasing on Tuesday. So do you want to meet on Tuesday beforehand? We can give ourselves the next day, whatever, to do the homework. But do you want to, what time, how do you
Uh,
want to do it on Tuesday?
on Tuesday, I could do an 8:30 just quick check-in. I might be brain dead because it's still first week of school. I'm gonna be worked hard.
Okay, should we try to do everything on Wednesday then? So we give ourselves like no like unnecessary crunch.
Yeah, I would like to do everything on Wednesday.
Okay, Wednesday. All right, so I will post these notes again in the um, Discord and then save that clip and send it to me. All I need is the audio channel, but I could use the whole thing as well. I'm just gonna drop it in this
Yeah, I'll upload it to
layout.
Google Drive. I've already uploaded most of the first part. It's got like half an hour left, but uh, yeah,
Okay.
I'll share those links with you.
Okay. Cool. All right, Big H. Let's eat some food.
Yeah, huge. Take care, Smile.
Yeah, like always. Talk to you soon.
Alright, I gotta stop this fucking recording. Where are you at, recording?